Hello, everyone. I am your host, Tom, for the show Hidden Truths, which there are many of them. Anyway, it's a new channel I started up. I'm into the paranormal and stuff, and I really like it. And, what better time to start a paranormal channel dealing with UFOs, Bigfoot, ghosts, all sorts of stuff that humans don't quite understand yet. When we got a bunch of UFO drones, sightings, or whatever you want to call them, that are being seen all over the globe right now. Yeah, all over the globe. Not just New Jersey, but they sure are concentrating on New Jersey. Okay. But we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight. Now, what's everybody think they are? I've seen the videos. It's definitely strange, okay? Let's just say that the people that, if they're drones, they're controlling these drones, and they have this type of drone technology, it's a lot more sophisticated than we have. I'm not going to go with the drones, okay? For one thing, it's happening all over the world. There's too many of them. The logistics it would take for a country to do this or a group to do this would just be incredible. I mean, they couldn't hide it, okay? They couldn't hide where they're taking off from or where they're landing and stuff, where they're going to. They couldn't hide that if it was man-made. Now let's go into a few things that don't quite add up, okay? First, the government saying that they're not a threat, but they know it's not from one of our adversary countries like China or Russia or Iran or stuff. Well, how do they know that? Well, like I say, I'm going to go through. There ain't no country capable of doing what's going on here. Okay, we don't even have the technology for that. But they say they know what it's not. Well, you must know what it is then. I can't believe we're having our airspace just invaded and we're not doing nothing about it. And then they're telling these people when they got something the size of a car or an SUV hovering over their houses not to worry about it. I mean, it isn't going to be long before the citizens, when somebody starts panicking enough, they'll start shooting at these things. But it's really strange. They're saying they're drones, right? But if you follow them, they black out, they disappear. What exactly does that mean? And you got them chasing our helicopters instead of us chasing them. I mean, to me, I believe our government was told not to interfere. But you got people sitting there saying, and congressmen saying it's time to down this. After the balloon incident that floated all the way across the United States, and they finally shot it down. But remember in Canada, up in northern Canada, where they shot down this object, okay? And another thing I like to say, all this controlling, remember that F-35 that the pilot had to eject from because all of a sudden the plane just decided to do what it wanted to do? And it took him days to find the crash site. And then I see this stuff going on. Okay? All this videos of strange stuff. I have seen the movies Close Encounters. And that's what a lot of this looks like. Okay? I've seen, with alien invasion movies about what happens when they try to like the people are sending drones up and all of a sudden their drones are malfunctioning and their battery life is gone. These things are up in the air none of it makes sense, okay? And then they're not sending out any signal or receiving any signal so they can be taken over. I mean, that could mean 100% AI controlled, I guess. They need to come with the truth. Okay, this is why I'm starting this channel, Hidden Truths, because our government is nothing but full of a bunch of lies. That's another thing with the balloon thing. That was all over the news. The top story for, what was it, a week or 10 days? And this major light show we're having. I mean, I've seen some of them videos, and no, that ain't drones, okay? Like you say, it looks like Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Now, are we dealing with disclosure? I can't believe if this is aliens doing this, they'd be dumb enough to do first contact this way by scaring the crap out of everybody. It's making our government look, well, inept, impotent, but, you know, we all know that. But it's just strange. They can't tell us what they are, but they can tell us what they're not. I don't believe it's a foreign enemy anyway. I mean, after we've been at war for 30 years, don't you think we would have been doing this to other countries? It's strange. We're not hearing the truth. You know, are the people in the government, like are they told they can't do nothing? Have they been in secret negotiations with aliens since the 1940s? And we're dealing with the next step in the process? Or are we dealing with, you remember, our borders are wide open. Maybe they're just deciding that we're going to have a caravan of aliens from outer space come and join our country. Anyway, this is one purpose of this channel here. Hidden truths. We're going to get to the bottom of this. America's going to find, the whole world's going to find out what the hell's going on. If this is alien contact, you know, if you were a superior alien race, you would obviously do your recon first. In your recon, you know, when you poop and snoop, you don't sit there and have your light shine and make it a bunch of noise and stuff like this. But they are definitely making themselves known. So, you know, it just doesn't make no sense. If they're reconning us and stuff, and this, I say, if an advanced civilization were to recon us and then start realizing that people in this country don't even realize what gender they are and all this other stuff being used as experimental rats, you know, would you come here and infect your society with that? And infect our society with more trouble than we already have? I don't know what's going on, but it's strange, real strange, and I do believe it's going to keep spreading. Okay? Are we going to wake up one day like a 9/11 and the whole world's different? And the government's going to say, well, we didn't know a single thing. Is that what's going to happen? All I know is people are getting scared. It's strange. You know, we live in strange times. Werner von Braun, the German scientist who put us into space, and our rocket program and stuff, said they were going to come out with aliens, disclosure, to finally have complete control over us. I don't know what it is. But I do believe our government, with its lack of information about it and not wanting to talk about it, they're scared. So they tell us not to be scared. That's when you're supposed to be scared, okay? So, you know, they told us to be scared during the pandemic, and it really didn't amount to nothing, right? And they're telling us now not to be scared of this. Just saying that it could go south. I don't know what's going on, but I'm still up in the air about it. Like I say, I believe in UFOs. You know, it's impossible that there's not life. It's impossible there's not life on another planet. You know, the universe was around 10 billion years before this planet was, okay? But, you know, it's just too much. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. It's like overkill. If you're going to sit there and claim, hey, we exist, then just do it. If it's a caravan of illegal aliens trying to get into our country, as long as they work hard, I guess. They want asylum. Whatever the case may be. I don't know what's going on. But, you know, it's strange. We just seem to go from one thing we got to prep for to another thing we got to prep for. Now we got to worry about alien invasion, some type of invasion. These are collecting information, whether it be our government, another government, or little green men. Okay? They're collecting information. Why New Jersey to start with? I don't know. But now they're all over, coming out of the water and stuff. I mean, it just, doesn't it make all the UFO stuff just kind of come together and start making sense? Putting all the pieces together? Anyway, you know, the thing is, if we find out there's aliens, think about this. You find out tomorrow that we're not the only life in the universe. And the universe is a lot more broad than we know. How are you going to look at your government after you find that out? With all these people sitting there trying to control your life? So anyway, strange times, everybody. There'll be more to come on Hidden Truth, because this is a subject that is obviously not going to go away. So anyway, everybody have a great night. Look up to the skies, because it seems like the skies are looking down upon us. Everybody have a great night.